We've got some breaking news. It looks like Major League Baseball owners have voted unanimously, all 30 of them, to move the Oakland A's to Las Vegas. Wow. I mean, no one really should be surprised by this. We kind of saw this was coming, especially when John Fisher pretty much kind of steered away from the Howard Terminal project in Oakland. Now, anyways, before I get into this, hit the like button, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Now, before I even get into that as well, I just want to say to you Oakland fans, I'm so sorry what happened. I know it was a very unideal situation. You guys were accused of not being, quote, loyal fans. Kind of hard to be loyal to a situation where the owner of the Oakland A's, John Fisher, like I said, steered away from the Howard Terminal project, shown consistent cheapness, never really signed legitimate free agents other than like Yoenis Cespedes, was never really re-signed anyone except with, I think it was like Eric Chavez, and always kept consistently cheap, cheaper than my owner, Mariners, John Stanton. And now you have John Fisher saying stuff like, I have it harder than you guys do. What a great day for Vegas, tough for Oakland. Said a lot of inappropriate things at just the worst possible time. And for someone that did see my beloved Seattle Supersonics leave Seattle, I can relate to it. Difference, though, is my city, Seattle, didn't really do much of a fight to keep the team in Seattle, especially the politicians. But for you Oakland fans, it's rough just to see that you guys did have a stadium plan. It looks like it was making really good progress. And the next thing you know, it looks like John Fisher isn't going for it and decided he wants to relocate to Las Vegas. Now, here are some things that are really strange. As of now, the Oakland A's, they have their lease with the Coliseum until the end of the 2024 season. And it remains to be seen what happens after that, because the A's don't have a stadium yet lined up for Las Vegas. And they do have like a plan and they got the funding for it. But the problem is there's already some political pushback from the community. You got schools against stadiums, or schools over stadiums. They're trying to put up a fight. They want to have at least a referendum. They want to even put up lawsuits so they could allocate that public money towards the education. But who knows? But that's the thing. Fisher still doesn't have a stadium ready. They don't have anything concrete ready to go. Not even anything. No renderings, no drawings, not even a site broken into. Nothing. No digging. Nothing. So even if that lease is over by 2024, where are they going to move? Now, there are possibilities such as Oracle Park in San Francisco to share with the Giants, and even the AAA ballpark in Las Vegas. But for a few problems with that, how are you going to handle the scheduling to put two teams in one baseball stadium? I think the last time something like that had happened successfully, I believe it was all the way back to 1922 when it was the New York Yankees and the New York Giants sharing the stadium in Polo Grounds. So this would be considered very unprecedented. Yes, we see it in football, but baseball's a lot different because baseball, you are shuffling with 81 games per year on both Major League Baseball teams. So it remains to be seen how is that going to work out. And you got Las Vegas. They would have to share the stadium with the AAA team of the Oakland A's affiliates. And you may have to renovate that stadium to be up to at least somewhat MLB code, because you don't want a situation where the Seattle Pilots got their new stadium called Six Stadium, but it was clearly not MLB ready, and there were lots of problems. So you don't want to run into that situation. But what can be done, at least until then, you got Shang Tao, mayor of Oakland. She's still very open to try to make an effort to keep the Oakland A's in Oakland. Maybe she finds a way to get Howard Terminal running and to at least make a convincing offer to at least keep John Fisher, to convince John Fisher to keep the A's in Oakland for the long term. So basically, the way I see it in my interpretation of this, unless there is a stadium with the site broken into, I would say it's still a ways to go. Like, it's not completely a done deal. The nail's not in the coffin. The fat lady hasn't sang yet. You still haven't seen news broken into that the A's are officially having their first baseball stadium in Vegas. Still haven't gotten that yet. Maybe things will change, but who knows? But odds say that they're going to say that the move to Vegas is going to be pretty likely, unless there is that political pushback that does prevent that kind of a stadium happening. But you also have to account to that Vegas got the Golden Knights for NHL, Raiders for football, the Aces for WNBA. So there's still a good shot for, of course, Vegas to still get their stuff together. But it all comes down to, can John Fisher handle the political pushback that is happening in Las Vegas? But until then, City of Oakland has a lot of work to do because they got the 1-year lease left. And what's going to happen? Like, with that possible 3-year, 4-year limbo until 2028, does John Fisher dare to still keep the team in Oakland? I don't know. I think the only way you see a lease extension is if there is a negotiation complete to finish, or to at least have a plan, like an actual plan, ground broken into, for an Oakland A's stadium. But as of now, it looks like John Fisher doesn't really seem interested in that. But until then, there's still a lot up in the air, because the difference was when the Sonics left for Oklahoma City, Oklahoma already got their stadium. And Seattle, they didn't really seem to make a really good effort to get their stadium. Like, you saw Steve Ballmer, who is now the owner of the Clippers. He tried to renovate Key Arena, but nobody of the city, nobody in the state, in the legislature, they didn't want to do anything about it. But at least it seems that the city of Oakland is trying to make something happen, but Oakland also has their mess of problems. They've got the homelessness. Oakland's not exactly the best city to go to or live. And I know that's going to probably upset a lot of Oakland fans. And once again, I do hope that they do keep their team in Oakland. And plus, I go to Oakland every single year because I got family down in the Bay Area, so I visit them. So I always end up going to a Mariners Oakland A's game. There's reasons why I would love them to stay. But right now, it really doesn't look that hopeful, unfortunately. And hopefully, for Oakland's sake, Shang Tao and the leadership, hopefully they can figure out something to convince John Fisher to stay in Oakland. And if you're an Oakland fan, you better be hoping that those political pushbacks against John Fisher would be successful so they can't get that stadium. And then where do you go after there? Then John Fisher will have to build his stadium in Oakland. Still lots of things to happen. I would still say personally that it's far from over unless there's more development coming up, but who knows? But those are my quick thoughts on this Oakland A's situation. And for you Oakland fans, Godspeed to all of you. And thank you very much for watching. And if you did like this video, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification, And once again, good luck to you, Oakland fans, and thanks for watching.